Arsenal won, PSV nil. What's your reaction to the game, bro?
It's expected because by status, I think Arsenal is far above them. That is because they are playing a weaker league compared to Premiership.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is a fact. So the result is expected, and at the end of the day, Arsenal carry the game.
Is it an expected result from you as well? A narrow win
I expected more. I expected
in terms of goal, right?
like 4-5-0 something on such. They're not a match for us now compared to our form now and our standard of play. So it was just a lucky game for them
Lucky game for them, right?
to have one goal home.
To concede one goal.
Yes.
Are you? What do you think is the problem? Arsenal not scoring more than a goal. But what do you think is the problem?
No, to me, I would have expected them to use second team. To me, using first 11 is counterproductive to what they are going after. They are going after a bigger team. You understand? Because Europa, to me, is a second-class game compared to what they have. So, a group.
What do you have? What do you mean? What do you have?
And they are top of the league right now. Even though they are not, even though they will win or they are not winning, but if I remain, they are top of the league. So how to keep that momentum?
Yeah.
So player like Partey should have come, although he helped them when he come in. But to me, Partey, Martinelli, and Co, they should have reserved some player. Playing them to me is counterproductive because it may affect them next game.
Don't you think that was what he did actually? Because he brought the likes of Odegaard and Partey in later, and they actually changed the game, and the goal came after he made those substitutions.
To me, the priority of the game, that is what really matters there. They are on top of that group, right
with
now.
12 points.
With prior to the game,
yes, with
that is 9 to 7 points.
Yeah.
So
a draw would have been fine, right?
A draw, and they were Arsenal were on top of the game before they still bring them.
Yeah.
Although they come and do some magic, we expected from them. But to me, still bringing them is kind of a very risky something. And look at like Martinelli, the news you have been hearing about him since 2-3 days back. I think it's not a perfect news. So risking them to the game that is less priority to the main league, but to me, it's counterproductive.
Do you share his opinion?
Yeah, well, I didn't wholly share in that opinion because if you look at it, the manager is trying to manage their match fitness and injury free, so he kept them to that time and see what the team can offer. At the same time, we have so many matches that are ahead in Premier League, and at the same time we don't have much player in some technical positions. So what he has to do is, I think what he needed to do at the point in time for this match is to rest some of his key players. But he needed to also win the match to be at the top, because if he draw this match, it'll be 10 points to 7. If they win their next match, which is sure for them to win, they will 10-10. Of course, we're going to their home. It may be a very difficult ground, and we can't afford to be a second, because being second, we might meet tough teams. And meet tough teams is to be too early to manage top Europa clubs and also continue in Premier League at that point. Given that somebody like Eleni is nowhere to be found now, maybe till January, so it's gonna be hectic for us. Just need to do changes, and the players that came in, Odegaard and Partey, they didn't really do much. They just add some technical skill to it, and they win.
And that's what is expected of players of themselves. Like let's talk about the match. A couple of players in the match. The man Grant Xhaka. Do you think he has evolved over the years? He came under a lot of fire. A couple of years back, but then it seems that he has completely transformed. He got a new personal trainer, and he has completely transformed himself to be a different captain, a different player entirely.
You can't really blame him because some player, there are some positions they're prepared to be playing. Person like Xhaka, you want to be playing like 8, and they were using him deep 4.
Yes,
you understand before, and which is frustrating for him. I think that was the reason he was showing his anger. But now, a coach that I understand him better is around right now, and he's using him. And whenever he's playing with Partey, you see a different Xhaka. But from beginning of the game, when he was playing with Lokonga, he has been a very, very frustrating game for him. Birosan. He gets to the extent of booking some yellow card there. But when Party came in, he became so very free. And he was very offensive. And which really played for Arsenal. I think that was a really player.
Yeah, he mentioned Lukunga. Do you think with the game you saw this night, do you think he is a worthy replacement or a substitute for Thomas Partey? You know, he didn't really, I mean, impress a lot when he was on until Partey came in and we saw the leadership, we saw the technicality in Partey's game. You know, although it is expected, but then is it a confident player you would have on the bench to replace the likes of Thomas Partey?
Lokonga is never a replacement for Partey in the first place. It was a replacement for Partey has Eleni to replace him. That is the Arsenal agenda. Eleni and Partey. Then Xhaka and Lokonga. So that is how they intend to start the season. So Lokonga is a very good player offensively on 8 position, and you have somebody like Eleni, who was to replace Partey and relieve him of workload or some match workload. But injury just came and at the point and obstruct the plan. So we have to deploy Lokonga. Of course, in and where he came from, Anderlecht, he played from deep side. So we thought it could be the next year Toure play from that side. That's what they normally call him from there. And he won the league there. So coming here, we felt he could also work from there sometimes, but
different ball game.
It's a different ball game. So it's better in that 8.
So lastly for you guys now, what do you think? How do you think Arsenal will go? You know, in this competition, in the Europa competition, remember, you know, with the likes of Manchester United and probably Barcelona.
Not probably Barcelona is there, right?
And some other big teams, you know, in the competition. Also, you know, Arsenal also have the pressure to keep, you know, topping the team.
They are proving to you like they were able to play some big team, big game, and I think the 70% of it they came out successful. And even the Man U game they lost, I think they dominated the game.
So in the Europa now, do you think
they have ability to play any team right now? They have the capacity to play any team now.
Do you think they are capable of winning the competition? You know,
why not? Why not? If you can play a big team, if you can face any pressure, meaning there is a big chance that you can win.
All right, there's a big chance. What do you think? Realistically.
Of course, I have no chance to be realistic here.
All right.
Okay. We mentioned big teams. Arsenal is a big team. One. Then when we talk about the people you mentioned, Barcelona coming down there, and Manchester United. Of course, most times you don't get to meet early enough.
Yeah.
And most times those teams you mentioned may not even make it to the final. So some things, so depending on the technicality and how good you are with younger or smaller teams. So you may get knocked out before we go to final. It may be Arsenal against one small team in final.
Arsenal can go all the way to win the competition?
Why not?
All right.
We are winning 2 trophies this season. I've told you before.
2 trophies.
Premier League and Europa.
Premier League and Europa.
Yes.
I wish you all the best, bro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time, sir.